My school got shot up, but I'm the only one who remembers it. It all started a few months ago when the emo kid of our school, Carter, brought a giant rope to school. When I asked him what it was for, all he said was, "It's for art class." But I knew something was wrong. So when he excused himself to go to the bathroom with his backpack on, I decided to follow him. Instead of going to the bathroom, he was standing on top of the school building, getting ready to end it all. So I sprinted to him as fast as I could and pulled him out right before he jumped. I thought that was going to be the last time he would attempt, but it wasn't. He tried to end it all another 3 times, and I somehow managed to save him every single time. But what made me even more mad was how none of the teachers reached out to help him. I assumed it was going to get even worse. But when the next year started, it was the complete opposite. Carter went from not talking to anyone to being a super confident guy that talked to everyone. When I asked him what changed, all he said was, "Therapy's working," and it really seemed like it was true. But 3 days after school started, this football jock called Jason and all his teammates pinned Carter to a wall while pouring milk down his hoodie. All the kids in the school were just laughing and making jokes about him while he was suffering. But all I could do was just watch as Carter went from finally being confident to being broken apart again. And that was when everything started. My phone buzzed the next morning with a text from him. "No school today." I asked why, but he never responded. I tried to convince myself that he was just trying to make a joke, so I made the worst decision of my life and just ignored it. But reality hit me like a truck when I heard my principal shouting on the intercom, "There's a shooter. Everyone go into the lockdown drill." A muffled bang cut her off. Then another and another. Half the class thought it was a prank until we started to hear the screams echoing through the halls. Our teacher, Mr. Wayne, ran to the front of the class to lock the door as fast as he could. But it was too late. The door's light of our classroom shattered into pieces as a bullet went through it. My friend Chris had his head explode into pieces, and while everyone else was trying to stay as quiet as possible, I was just hoping the shooter wasn't who I thought it was. But after 12 seconds of pure silence, a face appeared in the broken window. It was Carter. He hesitated to shoot again, and I was praying he would spare my life, but he fired again. This time the bullet missed me by less than 2 inches. I thought it was all over for me, but then he just vanished into thin air. We couldn't believe what just happened and just sat in silence, hoping for the cops to come save us. After what felt like hours, the SWAT team finally broke into our school and sent all the students back to their home. But I had everything recorded and went up to the detective to give them the footage. It was Carter Levi. He killed 32 people that day, but it was only the start of my nightmare. I assumed I wouldn't go back to school for at least a month, but next morning, my mom and dad came into my room and woke me up with a smile like nothing happened. "Lucas, you're late for school." "School?" I asked, after yesterday's bloodbath, but since she insisted, I wasn't in the mood to argue and just went to school. But the classroom felt wrong. Mr. Wayne was teaching like nothing happened. Emma was alive in her seat with no bullet wounds, and Chris's desk was completely gone. So I went up to Mr. Wayne and asked him, "Where's Chris?" But instead of telling me where he was, the girl next to me just asked, "Who are you talking about?" I thought I was genuinely losing it. So I said, "The guy whose brains splattered across this room yesterday." She edged away like I was insane. Nobody died here. So I looked around the room to see where Chris's girlfriend was, and she was in the back, just flirting with Carter. Like he didn't just kill her boyfriend yesterday. But in the middle of their conversation, he turned around and stared right into my soul. I tried to ignore him, but it was useless because he stopped talking to her, came up to me, and whispered, "I know you remember, but they don't," then just walked away. All I could do was just sit still and think, did I survive yesterday? Or am I just trapped in Carter's hell forever?